Welcome to the Walt Disney World Photo Updates. We're going to take a quick trip this week around Epcot, where they are in the thick of the International Flower and Garden Festival. We begin out front, where you see a couple of these mushroom guys. They are from Fantasia, and indeed that is the theme of the opening area of Epcot. This year's festival is themed around Fantasia. And what I like about this is that they are playing the Disney music from Fantasia throughout the area. They're not just using the regular entrance loop, they're using only Fantasia music. Sometimes it's a bit of a mismatch, but it sounds great overall. Like all festivals, this one has taken up home inside the festival center, and we'll take a quick closer look here at the Mickey and Fab 5 topiaries that are out front in the festival center. Looking great as always, and I think that these are getting better all the time, the sort of flower petals here. Where they've got, it's hard to see with this resolution, but they've got plants growing in the middle of them rather than kind of more generic vines. Now inside the festival center at the Intermission Cafe, I thought I would take a moment to record for posterity what they're offering for food. This is a location that is only open when the festival center is open during the spring and then again during the fall. They've got the merchandise areas open as usual. And around the other side of the festival center, you can see some of these decorations up in the corner here. They've really rolled out the red carpet, I guess, for the flower and garden sequence. I'm not sure how long this has been there. It might have been there in years prior, but I thought I would call attention to it this year. And then rounding out our tour inside the festival center is the Bonsai Club right at the exit. And as usual, they have this living wall at the exit to the festival center. Then at Mission Space, we've got a photo here not only of the Stitch topiary, but the really vibrant flowers that have been planted right in front. And I think that's kind of the theme of this year's Flower and Garden Festival, is emphasis on flowers. There's a lot of vibrant colors. This year they don't have the Princess and the Frog set up in the corner here. This is an area next to Mouse Gear. On the other side of that Mouse Gear walkway is the Fairy Garden, where you can see some of the fairies. These are recycled from previous years. Set up next to the playground, and the plastic mulch they've got set up in as the sawdust for there. The Winter Woods rounds out that walkway, and walking across the esplanade here, we come across the Peter Pan and Captain Hook topiaries. There's a TikTok topiary in the back there as well that we're not seeing. And then one of the two lagoon views. They've really done a spectacular job with the flowers this year. Again, it looks vibrant and wonderful in person, much more so than this photo, which has not been retouched, really brings out. And it might be my imagination, but there's quite a lot of these floating barges and floating flowers this year, so they've really gone all out in those respects. At the Butterfly Garden, again themed to Bambi's Butterfly House, they've got kind of the same walkway set up where you can go in two directions there, and they've got a bit of a helpful spotting guide for you at the front, so you learn what kinds of butterflies are available. Behind that is the construction for the Melody Gardens, where they'll have some singing, and the stage is not finished just yet. Now out at the beginning of Future World meeting World Showcase, you have more topiaries of the Fab 5, Mickey and Minnie as farmers. And Goofy is also around the corner from there. And the sand sculpture themed to chimpanzee is around this area as well. And there's yet another playground in the back there from the Rose Garden. Some of the festival shops are on our walk toward Canada, and then over to the United Kingdom, where Winnie the Pooh and friends have topiaries set up. Over toward France, you'll see some of the Disney princesses, and there's some on the other side of the walkway as well. And then into France, Beauty and the Beast, as well as some of the other side characters from Beauty and the Beast, have their own topiaries. Just past this area and over toward Morocco, we have the Backyard Play Garden. This was sometimes home to a playground, and indeed there's a small playground here as well. In Morocco proper, there are spices arranged on these sticks here. And then we make our way over to Japan, where because of the Cars 2 connection, the Lightning McQueen and Mater topiaries, let's get a closer look here, are this time held over in the Tokyo or Japan area. In the American Pavilion, the Toy Story characters have two zones. This is the back zone they use for Easter as well. In the Alphabet Garden, where there are different letters and kids can move around the garden and sort of identify the letters, as well as yet another Toy Story figure. And then in Italy, the Lady and the Tramp topiaries. This is in Germany. Nothing new here. They do this every year, but I'd be remiss in not pointing out that they have a flower and garden type festival set up here in the miniatures. So these are flower and garden signs done in miniature, as though the Germantown were celebrating the same thing. So this is the Haiti Pavilion, just after the Germany area, and this year they've got some special drinks set up. That seems to be kind of the highlight of the area. There's some tables set up in the side there as well. And then over to the China Pavilion, where what we have here is a bromeliad dragon, a dragon made up out of bromeliads on the one side in the lagoon, and then on the other side, out by the main walkway, the familiar panda topiaries. In Germany as well, the Snow White and Seven Dwarf characters. And then I thought I would show this projection that is projected near the entrance on your way out. It's a butterfly, of course, and you get kind of a different view of the Fantasia entrance when it's nighttime. Everything is lit up and it looks spectacular. These are the characters that are usually at Disney's Hollywood Studios in front of the gate, and they look great at the entrance to Epcot. That does it for this week. We thank you guys for joining, and we will catch you next time.